beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. How you guys doing? How have you guys been? I hope you guys are doing well, because I'm doing well, thank God, and I hope you guys are doing well too. Anyways, my name is Chika. I'm a YouTuber based in Lagos, Nigeria. I make beautiful videos for you guys to watch, enjoy, okay, because we have good vibes on this channel. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by, and please do not leave without subscribing. For my regular subscribers, thank you so much for staying true. Thank you for being there for me, and don't think of unsubscribing to this channel, okay? You've been there like from day one, so let's keep growing this channel. Anyways, yeah, don't forget to subscribe, share, like, share the video for everyone who cares to see, okay? Anyways, for today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to apply eyeshadow. If you're struggling to apply eyeshadow, if you don't know, if you have never applied eyeshadow in your life and you want to start learning how to apply eyeshadow, this video is for you. If you're a beginner, this video is for you. If you are struggling to apply eyeshadow, like you've been applying but you're like, my eyeshadow is not coming out the way I want it to come out, this video is for you. If you want to step up your eyeshadow game, okay, this video is for you, okay? So share with anybody who you feel is struggling and needs to, learn how to apply eyeshadow, especially like a Cutcrease. This video is for you. So because today's video I'm going to be doing like a Cutcrease application eyeshadow technique. So stay tuned and let's get into the video. Okay, so to start off, when I've already done my face, like my base, you guys know the drill. I always do that before applying eyeshadow. I always like to do my face first before applying eyeshadow. So depending on you, eyeshadow can be applied in different ways. Some people apply their eyeshadow before their whole foundation and all, but me, I always like to apply, I always do my face first before eyeshadow. So whatever works for you, that's fine. So when applying eyeshadows, there are things you need to note. Your eyes, you need to understand your eyes. Okay, so there's something I'm going to tell you guys. Let me move closer so you guys can see. So anyways, when applying eyeshadow, these are things you need to note. Your eyes, for example, or not for example, your eyes, this is where you're applying your eyeshadow. You need to understand that you have different parts right here. So here you have the inner corner, you have the outer corner, and then you have your lid. This is called the eyelid. This is where you apply your eyeshadow, different colors. Here you can put a matte eyeshadow, you can put shimmer eyeshadow. Whichever one you want, you can definitely do. And then this upper part is what's called the crease. That's your crease. That is where you apply your transition color, okay? So you don't want to apply a shimmer eyeshadow on top of your crease. Most people do that. If you're really good, or depending on the kind of look you're going for, you can do that. But if you're going for a regular everyday look or something like that, this is what you want. You want to go for transition color on the crease, and then any eyeshadow on the eyelids. It could be a matte eyeshadow, it could be a shimmer eyeshadow. So what I mean to say is, on the crease you don't want to put shimmer eyeshadow, you want to put only matte eyeshadow. So this is what you need to note. This is your eyelid, this is your crease, and then this is your inner corner, and this is your outer corner. So as we go, you guys will still understand more what I'm talking about. Today I'm going to be doing the Cutcrease. So I've already prepped everything. Like I said, I've done my base, so I'm going to prep the eye. You want to prep the eye. It is really important to prep the eye. So now to prep my eye, I have foundation, concealer here, because I've done my brows, I've blended out everything. So I still have concealer here, which I've blended out too. So to continue with the prepping of the eye, I'm going to be applying an eyeshadow primer. The one I'm going to be using today is from House of Tara. I've had this for like the longest time. You guys know I went to House of Tara for makeup school, like almost how many years ago. So I've had this like since then, and this is what I'm going to be using. So for prepping the eye, you can actually use anything you want to do. It could be concealer. Concealer works really well. A concealer like a bit like a shade lighter than your skin tone would really work for you. But if you're going for if you want that color to really pop, you can go for something lighter. But this is what I'll be using today. You can see I've rocked the life out of this. So anyways, let's get into this. Okay, so for today's eyeshadow, I'm going to be using this eyeshadow palette. This is by Makeup Revolution London. I don't know if they still go by that name, but Makeup Revolution anyways. This is the palette I'm going to be using, and it's a neutral palette though. I haven't used it before, but I've had it for a while. Anyways, I'm going to be going in with this shade here. don't know if you guys can see, but we're using this shade as my transition color. This, should I call it burnt orange kind of color? That's what I'm going to be using as my transition shade. So, and to apply that, I'm going to be using this brush. This is a fluffy brush. This is it's cleaned up, but this is okay. This is a Weaver 223 Luxy crease brush. So you want something really fluffy to go in on that crease, you know. So that's what I'm going to be using. So this is your crease, and you want to apply all over the crease. You can go all the way in here, it doesn't matter. Just make sure you blend out really well. And when you're blending, kind of move your brush around. Don't just do like this. Move it, swirl it all around to blend everything in. So for when it comes to transition colors, you have to use a color that works for you. Any lights, like maybe burnt orange, like what I'm using, is fine. Something maybe a tad bit light, you know, something that will pop up, that will still show, not something too light. Okay, something depending on your skin tone. So you need to understand what transition colors are so that you use one that works for you. So this works for me, and that's what I'll be using. So now I'm satisfied with what I have. You can see that my highlight from the brows is still showing. So you don't want to go over, and like you don't want to go too up. You want to caution yourself. This is where your crease is. So this is where you want your eyeshadow to be, your transition color to be, I mean. So I'm okay with the transition color, then I'll move on to the next one. So now for your cut crease, yeah. When doing cut crease, you really have to go in with, like, you have to take this step. The transition color has to come first, and then whatever next color follows after this. But when the thing about eyeshadow is there are different steps of application. But when it comes to cut creases, what I'm showing you today, your transition color goes first. Note that. Let's keep going. So now the next eyeshadow I'm going to be using, I'm going to be going in with a darker shade. I'm going to be going in with this dark brown shade here. This one, that's what I'm going to be using. And to apply that, I'm still using a fluffy brush, but this one is a bit more packed together. It's not as fluffy as the other one. So I'm going to be taking this, I'll apply it on the outer corner first. That's why I'll be applying this on the outer corner, and then I'll work my way in. So you can see that beautiful transition color popping out, and then you can see my dark brown shade color, you know. But even if your transition color gets lost, you can always go back. So don't forget, you can always go back. So here you can make it as dark as you want to, but I'm just going to be using one color because I don't want it too dark. And like I said, you want to keep rolling your brush, swirling it, you know, to make everything look well and beautifully blended. So now I'm going back in with that transition color because I feel like I kind of lost it there. So I'm just going to use it to blend out everything to make sure there are no harsh lines. A very important step that I missed, I forgot to show you guys, is when applying eyeshadow, you have to, if you do your base first, that's your face first, you need to be able to, you need to put translucent powder under your eye to catch fallout, so that when you're done, you can easily dust it off. If you just leave it like that, you're going to see the fallout on your face, and then you won't be able to take it out. So it's important that you please put translucent powder. So now I'm done with that, and I want to cut my crease. To cut my crease, I'll be using this House of Tara eyeshadow primer. I've had this primer like since forever. So, but you can always use your concealer to cut your crease. That's not a problem. You just want to use something light, okay? Something light. So I'll be using this to cut my crease. So when cutting your crease, you want to take your time. Take as much time as you need. It's fine. So for me, anyways, as I'm applying, I'll explain it to you guys. what I do when cutting my crease. You should understand that people's eyes are different. Like me, I have like at least a reasonable amount of lid space, but I noticed that whenever I open my eye like all the way up, you can see that the primer went from here to here, like it touched this place. If I decide to just follow where my lid space stops, which is here, by the time, like, it's gonna still look nice and all, but by the time I'm done, I'm gonna have a mess, because when I open my eye, there's a fold. I don't know if you guys can see. There's a fold right here. So that fold now will make this primer transfer to the upper part, which you guys have seen. So what I do now, the trick is, or even if your eyes doesn't fold and you just want to have more lid space, you can always just take it up a little bit to create more lid space. But if you have very tiny lid space, this is what you can do. Just open your eyes all the way up and see where it stops. You might not even just stop exactly where it stops. You can take it a step up. What's the word? You can go a step further, just a little tiny bit further, just to be on the safe side. So this is what I do. One trick, if you're struggling to do a cut crease and whenever you're done lining and all, you find out that at the end of the day everything just messes up, this is one trick you can do. Just look up, okay, see where the primer transfers to. That is where you want to end your cut crease. So mine transfers all the way here, so this is where my cut crease will be ending. So when you're done cutting your crease, you want to make sure you blend out the edge where the primer stops and where the other eyeshadow stops. So you want to blend both of them together, so when you're putting your eyeshadow, you can easily blend it too. So I'll just be using my finger to blend this out. So this is what I have, and I want to go in with my eyeshadow right now. So on your cut crease, you can use any color of eyeshadow you want to, but this is what you need to understand. You need to go from light to dark, okay? But I think people still go from dark to light. You can do whatever you want, but as a beginner, this is what you should do. You want to go from light to dark. So now I'm going to be using, these are the 3 colors I'm going to be using, so I'm just going to show you guys. I'm going to be using this. This is the lightest color I'll be using, so this is the first color I'll be going in with. This one. Then my second color is going to be this peachy, this peach color, and then I'm going to be going in with this brown here. So those are the 3 colors I'm going to use, and you guys are going to see how beautifully well it's going to come out. Okay, so to apply this inner corner, I'm going to be using this this is a lip brush, but I'm going to be using it because that's what will really get into this place. So you just want to do it halfway. Okay, you just need to gauge somehow. Just do it halfway, and then go in with the next color. So I'm switching brushes because now I have enough space here to continue. And then while you're applying, you want to blend in too, because you have 2 colors here, the light one and then this. So you want to pick whichever color you want to use to blend. So for me, I'm going to be using this peach. I'm going to use that to blend out where they join, or rather where they meet, so that you have a translucent. It's not so obvious that, oh yes, these 2 colors joined. So going in with my last color, just put it by the end here. So I'm going to go back in with that brown shade that I used at first. So just blend out everything. So you guys can see the line I was talking about. See how it's folding here, right? Now with my fluffy brush to blend out everything. So you guys can see I'm done. During this cut crease, you can actually just use two shades. You can either just use this peachy or pinky shade I used in the middle, go all the way from the inner corner to this place, and you're fine. Like, trust me, you're fine. But you can decide to use as many colors as you want to. So you can see it's not difficult, it's just easy. Like, I mean, what's the big deal? Cut crease, we are done. So anyways, I'm going to do the rest, this other eye off camera, and do the rest of my face and come back and show you guys what everything looks like. Okay guys, so I'm back, put on my wig, finished, done the rest of my makeup, done the other eye. So I'm back here now. Anyways, to finish off this look, I'm going to be taking a fluffy brush, but this one is really small and precise. Let's say really fluffy. I don't know how to describe this brush honestly, but taking kind of like a precise brush and then taking that brown shade that we used here at the outer corner, I'm gonna be going down here. So this is called the lower lash line. I'm gonna be going here and applying that dark shade. So basically the colors I used up is what I'm going to be using here. I mean, you can totally skip this, but this is just extra. I'm going to be going with a small fluffy brush. Using the transition shade I used up, I'm going to use that to blend out that dark brown there. So just the two colors I used, dark brown and the transition color. And you guys, that's it. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I tried to make it really simple, straightforward, nothing. I didn't want it to be too long. That's why I didn't do my foundation on my brows. But I'm definitely going to be doing that. I have a brow tutorial on my channel, but I'm definitely going to be doing an updated one. So if you guys want to see how I do my brows, you know, right now, do let me know, but I'm going to be doing an updated one. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys share this video with anybody who you feel needs it. And yeah, I'll see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching and sticking with me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.